Hello.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I see Elise.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Dígame, Benicio. Yo no tengo el micrófono abierto. Oh, ok.
Paula, Marielle's in the attendees, if you can move her. Benizer or Paula, if you can move Marielle to the, yeah. Oh, never mind. Thank you.
Marielle is a chair or an assistant chair, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chair.
Thank you.
I think some of us saw that last link, and there's two links if I'm not mistaken, the panelists and the general public link. And I think some of us get so many emails that you just pick the last one you've seen and boom. Curtis, what's up, man? I like your shirt.
Hey there. Thank you.
I think if we were sitting on this couch, you probably disappear. Think about it, right?
Yeah, I blend in very well.
Yeah. So good. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit.
Thank you. I've been well. It's spring, so well, I guess it's spring. Maybe it's not spring. It's winter, spring, summer, all in one season. But
Yeah, I think at some point we're gonna have to sort of like redefine seasons and like when they begin and when they do not.
exactly.
Get a 70-degree morning and then a 30-degree night. Just
Or it could be Zoom season and end of Zoom season.
Well, hopefully it's end of Zoom season sometime soon. Zoom is not a fun season.
It could be if it were just a month or less. But
Have you checked your email, Richard? You should check your email about the event I saw you at recently.
yes, I saw that.
Yeah. COVID is not going away.
Thank you.
Are we quorum okay, or are we missing anyone else? You think? Oh,
Looks like we have a quorum.
we do?
Oh wait, actually, let me count again. Where is everyone? Sally, Richard, Marielle, Liz, Jim, Cedro, Francisco Colon. Who is Francisco Colon?
It's Lopez.
Yeah, I don't know
Lopez.
why. I don't know why the system has me as Cologne. It's been like that for a couple of months now.
I think you have to change your name or rename it. I think there's a feature on your computer if you're logging into my computer.
No, but I'm
Also,
saying how
anybody
would-
who's a co-host can rename him also, but Francisco, yep, there you go.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like the system would next month it's gonna do the same thing again, and I have to rename it again.
Yeah, that's something that I would say just email maybe Chanel and Paola so that you're like however you're registered in Zoom so that it could be Lopez.
I mean, I know I love the Cologne name. It's a beautiful name. But, it's just not mine.
The famous cop from the Dirty 30, whose name was Francisco Colon, for those who've been here long enough to remember. So it resonates very well. Colon.
Yeah, we have quorum. We're fine. We have 10 people here.
Good.
And
All right, so we can get going. Gonna get started. It's 6:30, 6:37. Angel Vasquez just joined us, so I'm gonna call our meeting to order at 6:37. May I have a motion on the floor to adopt tonight's agenda for the executive meeting held on
moved.
March 15, 2022?
So moved.
I don't see a copy of the agenda.
Who seconded?
Pedro.
You see there second. I think you have a question, Paola, in reference to the agenda.
It's Liz. I see the agenda now. It was attached to a different email. I thought that we were going to include as a standing agenda item, all of our task forces. So, you know, the IT task force, the LGBTQIA plus task force, the DEI task force, the bylaws task force, and the inward rezoning task force. These are all task forces that were named, and I thought that they would be, we had agreed that they would be included as a standing agenda item, but I don't see them on the agenda.
We don't have an inward task force. We never did.
Yeah, we passed an agenda about that like
No.
3 years ago.
In fact, the MBPO, what they suggested is that they were gonna have a task force, what Gail did, and then run it by Tim Anderson, which is what they did for the first couple of meetings. So they were running that part. But the rest of them, Paola, I think is something that we should be mindful of for the next meeting. All right, so motion, agenda item is adopted as is, or are we making those changes?
Well, if we're not making those changes, then I'm opposed.
All right, so we have one opposition and we have the rest of
Two opposition.
two oppositions. Okay, so we have
Well,
two oppositions. Any abstentions?
I have a question. Are the task forces ready to make reports?
No.
The answer is no. Only Richard Ullman is representative of one of those task forces.
Well,
Anyone else?
is he ready to, if he's ready to make a report, he should be on the agenda.
I do think we need to address the inward task force at some point, especially with the
Well,
change in borough
But
president.
it has to be directed by the Manhattan Borough President's office to see how they want to continue with the task force themselves, the way they did, or there's any changes. Richard, you had your hand raised before I move on with the.
Oh, I was going to respond to the specific comment on the LGBT task force. That my understanding was that we had it on pause at this point, which doesn't lead to a specific report. There is LGBT activity to be presented in the context of one of the standing committee reports.
All right. So now that we're going to have new memberships, new board members, we are going to redefine and reshuffle a lot of these committees to make them more functional with people that are willing to contribute and people that have the time to contribute and bring them to at least some sort of informative status, because it has been a little dead for the past couple of months So that's probably one of the goals that we'll have by April, along with other changes. Now, we have 2 oppositions, and the rest of them are positive votes, I hope.
It is a positive vote, but I would like
Okay,
to
so
comment.
move on with
Once
our
you finish
agenda.
it, I would like to comment on something.
Okay, we move on with our agenda for tonight. Now, I'd like to go into.
Sorry, I'm sorry, just to clarify. So Sally and Liz were opposed, right? Everyone else in favor?
Correct.
Thank you.
Now, I'd like to go into executive meeting to discuss Catherine's reports on the staff reviews and Ebenezer's request for a salary increase. So Ebenezer, if you'd like to step off, Catherine, you got it.
I think we have 2 staff people on here.
Yes, Paola, please make Catherine a host. We're gonna step out. Eleazar, you let me know when we can come in.
I'll text you. All right, you got it.
Oh.
Catherine, you need to stop the recording and it's streaming as well.
Yeah, that does. I mean, I can get crafty also in how I share. I mean, yeah. Nada. So, I mean, I think we all have the request. We're still live, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to, whoever,
Yeah,